I am. Let's see. I hope you're having a good Friday and I hope you have some fun plans this weekend, even if it's, I actually went to the dentist this morning and they asked me if I had any big plans for the weekend. And I said, yes, I have great plans to just be with my husband today or this weekend and enjoy quiet time and that kind of thing. So that's what we're doing. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, guys. Good afternoon. It is, what time is it here? It's about 1:30. I'm on a little couple minutes early. Let me know how the sound is. Because somebody said on the live with Lori, they heard a little feedback. Because I can adjust the volume on here. So let me know if you hear any feedback. Hi, Heidi. So I'm going to pull this over so I can see it a little bit better. How's that? Okay. So if there's no feedback, that is fantastic. Hi, Anita. I just want to tell you how inspiring you are. I'm new to this bag making, but enjoying it. Oh, Kathy, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I love what I'm doing, and I hope it shows that I love what I'm doing. Sound is perfect, no feedback. Okay, perfect. Hi, Cindy. So just so you know, Kathy, the bag making is actually addictive. Once you get started on bag making, and I started bag making back in, oh gosh, probably 2006, maybe even a little bit before then. And it's just snowballed since then until where we are today. YouTube channel, making bags, teaching people. I love it. So, Kathy, I'm glad you're here. I appreciate it. I do. Hi, Diane. Hi, Dawn. Hey, Dawn, if you don't mind, I'm gonna make you an admin because I'm not sure any of my admins will be here today. You're finding that out, I know. I have to switch though, so hold on a second. Hi, Joanne. You've been telling your husband you need an industrial machine. I didn't start with one either. I used my Bernina for years. I've only had my fabricator about 3 years. Um, okay, let me hold on a second. I have to go out and come back in. So, Dawn, hold, please. Let me switch. And then I'll make Dawn an admin. And then I can go back. Let me see. Okay. Oh, Brenna's here too, but I'll make you an admin anyway for a while. Let's see. Add as moderator. All right, Dawn, say something and see if you come up blue. You should. Let's see if it works. Hey, Karen. Hey, Vicky. The volume is low. Okay. I can turn it up just a hair. See if that's better. Okay, so that worked. All right, let me go out here. And I have to go to one of my other channels, my Barbie channel, to be able to see all the comments the way I want to. So, all right, I think we're good now. Okay. She said something. That Dawn is something. Okay, so I just have a couple little things I want to show you. Number one, is the volume better? Who said that? Vicky, is the volume better? Hi, Jeannie. AKA Lucy. I know. It's kind of stuck. I'm afraid to say it's kind of stuck. But let me know if the volume is better. I turned it up just a little bit. It should be better, and I'm hoping there's no feedback. So we'll see. So a couple things I wanted to show you. It is better. Okay, perfect. All right. So I wanted to show you, I put 4 scrap boxes out on my website. And I probably will be adding some more, but I'm just sorry to say I'm a bit of a hoarder. My dad owned his own construction business, and he was a tool hoarder. So when he passed and we went to sell the house, we found tools and nails and screws in every crook and cranny of their house they'd owned for 60 some years. So I'm becoming a little bit like that, and I thought, no, I gotta nip it in the bud. So I put 4 of these out on my website for sale. They are scrap vinyl, cork, TPU. Most of it is vinyl, I will say. And this is a 20-inch by 6-inch by 6-inch box. Full. Absolutely stuffed full. And on the website, you'll see that there are pictures. I kind of laid everything out. It's not a mystery box at all. And I'm not opposed to mystery boxes, but I thought, I've never done this before, so let's just have full disclosure of what's in each one. I'm looking up because out of the corner of my eye, I thought I saw a little Geico in here, but I don't see it. I think I must have been seeing things. Sorry. So most of them 3 of them have a spool of thread that I am destashing, and all of them have a little baggie of hardware, just full of it's good hardware, zipper pulls, strap adjusters, some rivets, magnetic snaps, a flip lock. So all of them have that. So there are 4 out there, and I will be doing more, but they are stuffed full, just full. Barely can close the lid. Okay. So there are 4 out there, and those are mostly vinyl, a little bit of cork, a little bit of TPU, excuse me, and the thread and the hardware. One of them does not have thread, but you'll see that in the pictures, only because I didn't have another spool of thread that I was at this point ready to give up. Oh, there's only 2 boxes left. Excellent. What did I put my... I was very busy this morning, very busy, but look at my hair. I kind of look like a little mad scientist. I said to Tony, I said, look at me, I'm kind of crazy today, but that's okay. So the other thing I wanted to just remind everybody, and I put this on the Facebook group, I have all the 7.5 and 4.5 inch purse clasps in stock now. The 4.5 inch, I have these 4, but I also have matte black. This is the 7.5, and these I am getting the matte black in. It's just going to take a couple weeks to get those in. So those are all in stock now. I've been waiting for a while on those. Is my friend Nancy here? I'm going to have a whorehound. I have to. Okay. The other thing that I just got in, I think yesterday, was these little tiny, they're just the cutest little things. They're little center bar buckles. Can you see them? They're very, very cute. Oh, I just gave myself a little bruise. Oh well. I have silver, gunmetal, light gold, and antique brass. So I have those 4 colors. I have a limited supply right now, but I am getting more. These little buckles are meant to be used, and you can use them with many other things, but they're meant to be used with the tag along, the luggage tags by Simple Artful Stuff. This is the tag-along travel companion. They're great. This is a new pattern, just came out this last week. Actually, I think on Monday. But I did release a video on it. Here's the first one that I made. So it's meant to just buckle onto your suitcase. And inside, happens to be all leather. Inside is your tag. So your tag is protected. I am actually going to put a piece of clear TPU or clear vinyl in there to protect that. But I'm going to finish the other 2 today. So it comes in 3 sizes. Here's the medium. She calls this the medium, the carry-on size. This is the personal size, the small. And then this is the large, she calls the check-in size. Okay, so it comes in 3 sizes. It also comes with 4 different shapes. She sent me some for Tony, and this is the shape she sent for Tony. So you can see this one is rounded on top, and this one has a little scallop on the top. But they come in 4 shapes. Let me see if I can show you the shapes. Let me see. Yeah. So here are the different shapes in the pattern. I'm trying to get down so you can see them. There we go. Those are all included. There are SVG files for everything. So if you have a cutting machine, you can use it on your cutting machine. But these really you don't have to have a cutting machine for these. You can cut them by hand. She even says that. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to finish my set, the large and the small, and then I may work on Tony's as well. But they can be made out of any non-frame material, but I would highly recommend it be either leather, a decent weight vinyl, or cork. If you're going to use any of those, you have the option to edge coat them. I don't know. She did edge coat mine. Most of it, not all of it. She did edge coat it. I'm just seeing that. Yeah, look at that. Nice. So, but you don't have to. They'll last longer if they're made in one of those 3 fabric bases, and if you edge coat them, they will also last longer. Just saying. She does give you the template for the card that goes inside too. Use a pretty heavy duty cardstock and it'll last longer too. So, and obviously on cardstock like this, if for some reason you put your name and address on here and your phone number and you move, you can always turn these over and not have to get a new one. So you can use both sides. That's what I've done in the past with luggage tags, you know. All right, so let's do these 2. Okay. Hey, Donna. Okay. So let me see if I missed anything. Look at Brenna and Dawn go. They're just linking stuff like crazy. I just love it. I'm very blessed. Okay. So what you need is one of these little buckles. You need one of these little baby buckles. And in the pattern, she gives you a very distinct size. That's partially why I decided to carry them. Everybody I know in my immediate circle of friends and family are going to get a set of these for Christmas, or maybe I'll give them to them as a fall gift so that if they travel over the holidays, they can use their tags. But in the pattern, she talks about the size. These are a specific size for her pattern. Just saying. And she even admitted that in her test, some of her testers got the wrong size and they had to reorder. She even did it, and the designer. So just FYI, it is a specific size, and I will be carrying them in those 4 colors. Okay, let's do it. So the first thing is you have to cut out your outside piece, just like this. And all of the pieces have a little hole up here to insert the strap. So your cardstock has the hole, and then your back piece has the hole. And then if I was going to do the, today, which I'm not going to do it today, but if I was going to do the clear vinyl, I would also put a hole in my clear vinyl piece. The clear vinyl piece would be the same size as this piece. Okay. Now, if you want to get real fancy, hi. Hi, Luciana. Welcome. If you're going to use leather, and I probably will going forward if I use leather, but if you're not using leather, if you're using vinyl or cork, you can use 1/8 inch double-sided tape. The key for the double-sided tape and or cement or glue is to make sure that you keep it just on the very edge. And the reason for that is you want to be able to get your card in there. And if you get these sides too sticky, then you're not going to be able to get your card in and out of there. So very important to keep it on the side. Okay, so there's my tape on just the side and the bottom. Okay. You don't put your card in until the very end when you're attaching your strap. So I'm going to move the camera. I know, I'm going to be fancy, very fancy. I'm going to move the camera so you can see what I'm doing down here on my table. So we're going to take the paper off the double-sided tape on the bottom and the sides, and don't go up too far on the sides because we're not gonna sew all the way up. Okay, and then we're just gonna get this on wrong sides together as evenly as humanly possible. Oh my gosh, did I get it the first time? That's an absolute miracle. Pretty much. Okay. So that's what you have so far. It's a beautiful thing. Fancy schmancy, I know. I'm telling you, these are so cute. Now, you only sew up to a certain distance, and I'm using 1 inch as a guide. So I'm putting my ruler at the very top, and then I'm marking down on each side 1 inch. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see my mark or not. Let me see if you can see it. You see those 2 gray marks? Let me see. Here and here. That's what I'm gonna start on one side, sew all the way around, and stop on this side. And I am in a back stitch. I'm gonna try and back stitch just 1, maybe 2 stitches, but you do. Okay, now I can't even see my mark. Let me see. Oh, here it is. You're gonna do just the 1/8 inch seam allowance. Here we go. And just go slow so you can go nicely around your curve here. And then we're going to stop at that 1-inch mark and back stitch. Just 2 stitches. My gosh, it's, oh, I went off here, darn it. Okay, I'm going to have to fix that. Yep, I don't like it. Let me redo this part. Darn it. I mean, I've been on how long sewing, and I've already got Jack the Ripper out. That's okay. It happens. It didn't. It kind of strayed on me. Let me see. Go one more. That would not work. No, it wouldn't. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. All right, let's fix that. Hi, Valerie. Okay, that's better. It just is a reminder when you do this kind of stuff, you got to go really slow. And I kind of got a little Speedy Gonzales on myself, and that's okay. We fixed it. Okay. Perfection. Well, kind of. So there it is. Okay, so this is all open up here. And that's on purpose. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you these. And I got one little stitch there that I need to get rid of. Just realized. Yeah. There we go. Let's put Jack away just so, you know, we can prevent using him again. Okay. Now, let's put our tag in. So the tag fits in there very nicely, and you put it in as far as your hole goes. So we put it in right where that hole is for our strap. Isn't that cute? All right, so here is our buckle. I'm going to take it out so you can see. So here's the strap. This happens to be leather. I would use vinyl, leather. You could use cork. So with the strap right side up, you're going to take your little buckle also right side up, and you're going to put your strap up and through that longer hole. Okay, and then we're going to put it down through the other side And we are going to, there's 2 holes here. There's one here, and there's one down here, and we're going to rivet that in place. Curious how you make your stitches not wobbly when you use your zipper foot. Oh, I tend to go slow. I'm so used to it though that, you know, I don't usually have any kind of problem. I have started putting my walking foot on a little more often. Okay, so your rivet goes in those 2 holes, and all that rivet is doing is holding your buckle in place. And these are the tiniest little rivets. They're double cap rivets, but I think they're 7. She recommends either 6 or 7, and I'm going to have to make a bigger hole here. 6 or 7 millimeter double cap rivets. She always uses 6, so that's why I'm having so much trouble with this. So let me grab my tiny hole punch and I'll make mine a little bigger. Yeah. I didn't pre-warn you. I'm so sorry. Noise. Lots of noise. Okay. There we go. Okay. So I've got my little rivet on there, and I'm going to put my cap on. How you make your stitches. I try to use it. Mine wobbly and drives me about. I know. You just go slow, and you have to actually just get used to it. So there's my tiny, look at that the tiniest little rivet. Now I have also the smallest little rivet setting tool that we are going to use. Okay. Okay. So there you have your little rivet set. That's what's keeping the buckle on. Okay. Now, let me put my tools away over here so they don't roll off the table. That would be very bad. Okay, so in the pattern, she gives you very good directions on which way to put things in, etc. So here's the front of my tag. Sorry. I shouldn't eat something while I'm talking, should I? So sorry. Here we go. Hi, Mary. So here's the front, and we're going to put the tag in with the buckle on the bottom and the pointy end wrong side up, and we're going to bring that up through these holes, up through our buckle, and then we're going to put it in. I'm going to use the second hole. There are 3 holes in the pattern piece. You don't have to put the 3 holes if you know what size buckle you want. If you know what size it is. And that is it. That's all there is. We just made the large. Isn't it cute? That's all there is to it. Now I can look and see, oh yeah, that's my tag. And that tag isn't going anywhere because it's attached with the strap. Very cute. So now I have this size and the medium size. So the large and the medium. Isn't it cute? There's a little thread here. So let's do the small. Here's the small. I'm just going to repeat that entire process. So here's my piece with the double-sided tape. Take the paper off your tape. Be sure to click that thumbs up underneath the Jeannie's Designs. That makes a big difference for me. And if you want to get notified of all my YouTubes, just hit subscribe and then hit the little bell icon for all. So we're going to put these wrong sides together. So this is the small, and here's the back of it with the double-sided tape. We're going to add that and get that wrong sides together as evenly as possible. Oh my gosh, I got it the first time. Wow. Okay. I am going to clip these in place. And then we're going to measure down and mark where we want to start. Oh, let me get rid of those leather marks on this one. There we go. Yeah, they're gone already. Okay. So we're going to measure down 1 inch. Okay, so I measured down 1 inch on both. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but here and here, those little gray marks. And we are going to just sew between those 2 marks, so we leave the top open. And because this is so small, I'm going to do a 3.5 inch stitch length rather than the 4 I used. Okay, here we go. 1 little back stitch. It's probably all you need. Let me see how I did. Oh dear. I went off the rails again, so I'm not having it. I'm just not having it. So I'm just going to take that all out and fix it. Yeah, that front is moving on me. I'm going to see what I can do to make that not happen. Let me see. You do have to be careful with leather and some vinyls because, you know, once you put a hole in it, it doesn't want to go away. Hi, Louise. Yeah, I just don't think, that's why gluing this would probably be better. The tape just isn't holding it where it's supposed to be, but, you know, we're going to make it work. So I'm going to lift this up and move it over. And I'm going to use some Wonder Clips. See if that helps me. Let's try that again. Let's see. Oh yeah. All right. Let's see if we can do it right on this side. to that mark. Okay. Let's see how we did. Oh, much better. I can't believe I did that twice. It's like I didn't learn the first time. Okay. That's good. There is a little thread right here. I can see it. There we go. Okay. So there we go. So we sewed that. Let me get my little tag. Gonna add our tag in there. And this is snug because I went in a little bit, but that's okay. We will pull it in. And she didn't get this cut all the way, so let me cut this. There we go. And you really want it pretty snug. You don't want it flopping around in there, but you also want to be able to get it in there without too much trouble. Let me see. Almost there. You know what? I'm going to have to cut off just a hair of this to get it in there. And that's okay. Better. Better, Barb. Okay. There we go. So there's our little tag in there that you put your name on, and all your holes line up right there. Okay. Now let's put our tag on. So let me just go over again the tag. Take it apart so you can see what I'm doing. So with your buckle right side up and your tag right side up, you're going to put your your strap up and through your buckle. So there's the front of my strap. I'm going to put the buckle in through the longer hole. So just like that. Put your strap back down the other side over the center bar. And we're going to put our rivet in. And I'm just going to be a little proactive and make my little rivet holes bigger, so we don't have to fight those. So there's going to be a bit of noise. Just FYI. Just a little. Okay. Sorry. So we're going to put our rivet in. I'm not sure they can, I'm not even sure they make smaller rivets. These are the tiniest little things ever. But you don't need much. You know, you're just trying to hold that buckle on there. Let's put the cap on. Okay. And then that's really not helping me. Let's see. I think what I'm going to do is just put this. I'm going to use a piece of leather on top there so I don't mark my rivet. Perfect. Oh my, that worked perfectly. Okay. All right, so there's our buckle with our little rivet that's holding it on. It's a beautiful thing. Okay. Now, take your luggage strap tag, front of it, with the buckle on the bottom and the pointy end on top. We're going to put that through that hole. Bring that up and through the buckle. And I'll use the first one this time. And then back down through the buckle. That's it. So now I have a complete set of my tags. I have the large, the medium, and the small. Absolutely gorgeous. Hi, Annie. Hi, Catherine. I know, I'm Lucy. I have been Lucy today. Yeah. I had to use Jack the Ripper today. It was very disappointing. Okay. That's how quick and easy they are. It probably will take you twice as long to either use your cutting machine or cut them out than it does to sew them and put the tag on or the strap on. I mean, look how cute they are. So now when you want to see, oh, I'll be able to tell this is my leather, but I can peek in there and go, oh yeah, that's got my name on it. 3 sizes. I love them. Thank you, Anne. Anne sent me, just in full disclosure, Anne sent me this leather. She knows I love purple. Thank you, my friend Anne. So these are what's called the tag-along luggage tags. It's part of so far 3 sets of things that have been released. This is one, and there are little butler trays and a large Jordan pouch. All right, so let's just do Tony's while we're here. How about that? His are a little different shape. Oh, the other thing that's in the tag-along pattern is this luggage tag. So if you don't want to use one of these, you can just, like for me, I have a black suitcase, and I put a hot pink 1-inch ribbon on it just so I know it's mine. Not anymore. I'm going to use one of these. So this is just a tag that I cut out by hand, and I put a plastic over my Jeannies Desifns cork tag. Put it around your handle. Put this through, and there you can identify that it's yours. Easy peasy. She has several different shapes of this as well. Let me see if I can show those to you. Yeah. So this is the one I just showed you, this one. But you can do skinnier ones too. So you get all of that in this one pattern. I'm just saying. All right, let's do Tony's. And I'm going to use, for Tony's, his are all the same color on the front and back. So I'm going to use silver, 3 little silver buckles. How about that? And these do come protected. So it actually takes a hot minute to get the plastic off, which is not a bad thing. Three tiny, tiny little buckles. They're so cute. Okay. All right, so she also gave me the white cardstock for this too. So let's start with the small one. And the medium one is this one. And the large. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So with my buckle right side up and my strap with the longer hole. Actually, let me go ahead and make these holes a little bit bigger while I'm here. See if I can use this time. Thank you, Brenna. Yeah. It's just the rivet holes that, for me, need to be a little bit bigger. Awesome. Bye, Heidi. Thanks for joining. The buckle holes themselves are fine. Looks like she made these bigger. That's okay. I'll do them too. Okay. All right, let's do the little guy. So we have tape on the back. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to change my thread. I got purple thread in here. That is not going to work. Let me see. Let me put you over here. You can watch me go pick some thread. Let's see. What is going to work? Oh, not that. I think I'm just going to use black. Oh no, that would be good. I'm going to use this. Yeah, this will work. Watch Barb pick thread. All right, let's thread the old machine. Guys, I have my Bucky t-shirt on today. Bucky's. Let me see if I have a bobbin. Yeah, I do. It's a beautiful thing. I have a bobbin. So are you guys, anybody else out there sewing today? If you are, what are you making? What are you working on? Okay. So if you haven't done it, join the Facebook group. Brenna will link it, or Dawn. And be sure to do the poll if you want to participate in our sew-along that we're having on July 20th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. There's a poll out there for picking the pattern that we're going to do for the sew-along. Oh, Kathy, you're making the Annabelle at 115%. Perfect. That's my perfect size, actually, for that. Watch Barb thread her needle. Oh my gosh, I got it the first time. It's a beautiful thing, too. But July 20th, we are going to do a Zoom sew-along. I don't know why that did that, but we're going to put it back in there. But we're picking the pattern on the poll on the Facebook group. So there's 3 options. One is the Bartleby bag by Unicats. The second one, let's see if this is, I got this threaded good. I'm here, you're at work. I love it. the first one is the Bartleby, and I put them in alphabetical order, no other order. Alphabetical. Bartleby bag is one choice. The Mallory mini bag is another. And the third one is the Sorella by Simply Classic. Oh, look at my hair. Goodness gracious. Jason, you started the Evie Bowler bag. Oh, the new one from Ora Rosa. Annie's going to make a diaper bag and some dog collars. You need to cut out a hobo bag. Donna, what else are you doing? You're doing the machine embroidery today. Your next one is going to be the Eden. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. All right, let's go down here to this other camera. I'm going to take these off. This is just a little different shape, which I kind of like. I like all her shapes, though. Take all the double-sided tape off. And wrong sides together. And get them on there nice and even. Let me get this on here a little better. Better. Let's clip it. You guys, do you remember when I said that I don't like to mix my clips? Look what I have. I have mixed my clips. It's very disturbing. I don't like mixing my clips. Different kinds of clips. Anybody else? I don't like it. Because then when I reach in there, I don't know what I'm going to get. Okay. I fixed it. I know I'm a weirdo. It's okay. Oh, now let's mark where we're going to start and stop our sewing. Inch down from the top. On both sides. You'll probably be able to see the mark a little better on this one. See the two marks on the very ends, the sides? Mary, you don't like to either. I know. It's a weird thing. I like to be able to know what I'm grabbing when I reach in. Okay. Let's sew down here. Let's see how we did. Oh, yeah, much better. Okay, good. Across the bottom. And back up the side. Just to our mark. Alright, let's see if we did better. We didn't get jack out so far. Oh, perfect. Okay, good. Okay. You're the same way. Yeah, I know. I don't know what that's about, but I know some people don't care, and that's all right. Okay, so there we have our little clip, or our little tag sewn together. Let's attach our tag for our name. Yeah, these are just a little tiny too tight, so I'm just trimming it off just not even a 1/16 of an inch. See how that works. Oh, much better. You still want it, you want it snug in there, but you don't want it so tight you can't get it in there. Okay, and push it down to where all the holes match up. Okay, so all our holes match up right here. Let's grab our buckle. So my buckle is right side up. My strap is the right side is on the left. I'm going to put it up through the left side, through that larger hole, and back down just like that. I'm going to pull it down over the center bar, and that's where we'll put our rivet. And I've got to get some of my silver rivets. Put your rivet in. These things are the tiniest. Yes, Dawn, it's the part you write on, or you can put a sticker or whatever works for you. But yeah, the nice thing is the cardstock, you have two sides. So, okay, let's put our cap on. And all this rivet is doing is holding your buckle in place. So there's your double cap rivet. So these happen to be 7mm. And I am going to just use my hammer on top here with a little leather protectant. If I can get it. Perfect. So there's my rivet in place. It's keeping my buckle on. Okay, so take your tag with the right side out, with the pointy end wrong side out. Put that up through those holes, up through your buckle. And in one of your buckle holes. Let's see, let's just use this one. And there you have one of Tony's small tags. Isn't that cute? That's it. So if it's on your bag, you can just go, oh yeah, that's Tony's bag. I will probably put some clear vinyl over those tags just to keep them, but absolutely not necessary. Okay, let's do the next one. Let's go ahead and do all our buckles. Up and through. Back down. Trying to keep my hands in the view of the camera. Grab a rivet. So like I said, these are 7mm rivets, and I got 7. That's the smallest. I got them at Tandy. It's the smallest they carry. I think Anne prefers 6mm. But these work just fine. I probably wouldn't go over 7. Oops, oops. Because you got a really narrow strap here. All right, so there's that one. Let's do our last little buckle here. Buckle's right side up. Strap is the correct side is on the left, up and through the buckle, through that longer hole, back down the center bar. I have to tell you, I'm repeating this several times because I didn't get it. The first couple times I did it, it was all backwards. So you'll probably do the same thing, and it's okay. Okay, put the cap on. And let's put that in place. Perfect. Okay. All right, so our two remaining buckles are done. Let's do this medium one. Take the back, take the tape off. And we're going to put these wrong sides together. I mean, really, you guys, this is such an easy gift to give people. Or to sell. I mean, I don't know what you'd sell them for. I haven't gotten that far. Get those on there nice and even. Measure down. Oh, I gotta take off the my marks here. Don't forget to remove your leather marks, because if you don't, they become permanent, and you don't want that. So that's just our starting and stopping point for stitching. Okay, let's stitch it up. I'm just gonna make sure I got it good. I did good. Phew. That was embarrassing. Had to get Jack out twice. And stop at that mark at the other side. And I just back stitch twice. That's all you need. Oh my gosh, that one's perfect. Thank you. Took me twice to learn, but that's okay. We all make goo-goos. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Anne is a genius. Hi, Jojo. All right, so here's my medium. Oops, nope. Here's my medium card. Let's see if it'll fit in there without cutting any off. Yeah, perfect. So far. I'm trying not to bend it. I'm going to trim just a little off. Just a tiny bit. I mean, barely even noticeable. But that made all the difference. You guys were getting ready to have some storms. The thunder is rolling in. Okay, so you get your card in there with your holes, so all your holes match up. grab your buckle that we created, have your front with the pointy end, with the wrong side up, bring that up through your buckle and down whatever hole you want to use. There's 3 holes to choose from. And back down. And this one is done too. See how easy they are? You could make tons of sets for gifts. So here's the medium and here's the small. 2 of Tony's are done. Let's go ahead and just finish Tony's. Okay. Here's the large. Now, somebody asked me, I think it might have been Tony. Well, what happens if, will these get torn off? Will they get caught, you know, in all the luggage stuff? And I said, I don't think so. Here's the reason. This is leather. And if you use some really heavy duty vinyl, somebody would have to cut these off for them to come off. This is really strong leather. And a lot of the vinyls out there today are strong. I personally probably wouldn't use cork for that that reason, because cork is a little softer. You certainly could, though. If it's a carry-on or something like that, that you know is not going to get caught on stuff, then yeah, I would probably do that. Oh my gosh, I got that one on the first time too. That's a miracle. Okay. My leather just framed just a hair. All right, so let's mark where we're going to sew. They're very strong. They're not going to be, and if they do, you can just make a new set. You know, this is very cheap to make. I'm selling the buckles in sets of 3. So if you want to just make one set, and I think they're $1.65 or something like that. They're very inexpensive. Okay, let's do this one. And we'll have finished 2 sets. I love it. Okay. I was just double checking that I caught it. And just stop at your mark. Back stitch. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Okay, good. You know, it's Florida. It's summer in Florida, and we get thunderstorms every afternoon. Okay, so there's the back. And there's the front. Perfect. Let me see if my card will fit without trimming. Just slightly. I don't want to bend my card, so I'm just trimming them. Just a tiniest bit. That's all it takes. Okay. So now I've got my card in there. I matched all my holes here. Take the front, put your strap in, wrong side up through all those holes, up through your little tiny baby buckle. Oh, you've had that much rain? Oh my gosh. That's a ton of rain, Brenna. Is that what happened to your apple tree? It got hit by lightning, didn't it? Or did it just crack from the weight? I couldn't get my buckle through the hole. There we go. Okay. And back down. And now all three of these are done. Now, here's another option. Oops, I missed the buckle. Oh my goodness, Barbie. There we go. Here's another fun option, which I might do for somebody for Christmas, is there's actually several options. So here are Tony's. The large, the medium, and the small. Isn't this pretty? Leather. It's gorgeous. So here's a couple options. You could hot foil somebody's initials, or if they have a short name or something on the back. Hi, Valerie from France. So you could hot foil on the back their initials. You could embroidery the back if you chose to with their initials or some fun design. Or you could put just a fun little tag, and that way they would know exactly what they are. Hi, Sue. You're cutting out the Morning Post computer bag. I love that pattern, actually. So, like this one. This would be a great one to put on here. Choose love. This one is probably too big for the small one, but you could just sew that cork tag on there. Choose love. You could put it on this part of it, or you could put it on the back. That way they would for sure know that it is theirs. Hi, Lady Grace. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So you could embroidery, you could hot foil, you could put a cork tag. Like this one, I put, this is just one of the other ones that come in the pattern. Hi, Mary Lou. You could engrave with your Glowforge aura. Yes. I'm not sure I know what that is, but you absolutely could. Oh, and there's the designer. There's Anne. Or you could just put your logo tag. So for mine, if I wanted, if I'd done it before I put this together, I could have put my tag on there. I think what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to hot foil these with something. So, I mean, really the possibilities are endless if you're going to be doing gift giving or you're going to sell them. So these are the ones for Tony. This gorgeous kind of a burgundy purple leather that Anne, my friend, sent me. So those are for Tony. They're all done. And then these are for me. I'm keeping them. Where's my little guy? So there's all three of those. Large, medium, small, check-in, carry-on, and maybe a personal tag. I think Anne mentioned that I wanted to get a stamp that said, "Not your bag." Oh, that would be funny. That would be good. We could get some cork tags made that say, "Not your bag." Maybe we should do that. I have a great source for some very reasonably priced cork tags. That's a great idea, Anne. You and I have to talk about that. But, so I think Anne said she uses, what do you call them, Anne? Pods when she packs. So she puts her stuff in certain pods, and that's what she uses for these small ones. I personally probably would use this small one on my computer bag or my backpack or something like that. All right, Tony and I are ready to go on a trip. We're not going, I'm trying to think, we are going on a trip in the next couple months, but we're not going to be flying. We're going to be driving. So we'll probably use these tags, these medium tags. I mean, look at these things. They're absolutely adorable. So this is called the tag along. Okay. You get 3 sizes of tags. You get 4 options for the tops. So this is one option, and this is another option, and there are 2 more options in the pattern. The other thing you get in the pattern is a couple options of something like this just to put on your suitcase. And I just put my Jeannies Desifns cork tag on there. And then you put it around your handle like you do today with ribbons or something. There you go. That's all you need. You know when it comes, your black suitcase, when it comes across, you know it's yours. Okay? So that's the tag along. Let me show you the other 2 patterns since Dawn is here. I think I have them. Yes, I do. No, since Anne is here, I meant to say. Okay. Here's the first one, and I've got 3 videos out there on all this. So this is the Jordan XL craft pouch. I would probably use it as a cosmetic bag, but look at that. It's got, I put 2 zipper pulls on it, and I used waterproof canvas for the lining. But look how big that is and how wide it opens. I love that. So this happens to be an add-on to her Jordan pouch. So correct me if I'm wrong, Anne, you have to have the Jordan pouch pattern, and then this is the add-on. They're all very reasonably priced, so you're not spending a ton of money. Okay, this is the first one, the XL Jordan pouch craft case. I'm using it as a cosmetic bag. And I think the tags are now my favorite. The tag along pattern is my favorite, but this is my second. I love the Jordan pouches, don't get me wrong. They're all 3 favorites. This next one is my absolute favorite. It is genius. So you know when you travel, you always have jewelry or car keys or change that you just throw on the desk or on top of the dresser in your hotel room. And you could actually do this at home too. I'm going to make one for my bedside table so I can put my earrings or whatever in it. And I take earrings out. I never sleep with earrings. But you don't want things just laying around on a flat surface because, you know, they get pushed off, then you lose them, etc. The next pattern that she has, and I have a video out there about this, is called the Little Butler. Let me see. Yeah. Personal valet trays, collapsible for travel. Now this is not the current front of the pattern. I haven't printed that yet, Anne, I'm so sorry. But it's called the Little Butler Travel Companion. There are 2 sizes. Genius. Genius, Anne. So here they are. I'm going to open them up to show you. One is a very small one. One is a larger one. I don't know what you call them. Small and extra small. So this is this extra small. So when you're traveling, it opens up flat so it doesn't take any room in your suitcase, whether it's a check bag, a carry-on, or anything. So it's very, very flat. You have a piece that you sew in the bottom, and that's the only sewing that there is. Okay, it just gives it a little sturdiness to the bottom. I used 14mm snaps on all 4 corners. So I get to the hotel room. It's evening. I'm ready to take off my stuff. I take off my rings, you know, my earrings, and I put them in my little butler valet tray. They're not going to get tossed across the room when you throw something. Look at that. That is absolutely the cutest little thing ever. And then you have the small. So this is the small, this is the extra small. You can see the difference in size. So keys for this one, you know, change. You know, this is probably what I'd use for Tony. This is the small, and I'd use this one for me. The cutest. She uses, you can use anything you want, but I didn't have the right size fashion snaps. I actually think I do, but I wanted to try the magnetic snaps, and they work perfectly. So you just open them up. 14 millimeter, 18 millimeter are too big. Open it up, flat, throw them in your suitcase. Very flat, they take up no room whatsoever. You get to the hotel room, you're ready to take your stuff off. The 18 millimeter, did I say that already, are too big. I wouldn't use 18. I'm going to be carrying the 14 millimeter snaps here in the next few weeks. That's it. This is the bigger one. Snap it up. And they are not meant to be extremely sturdy sides. So, for example, this is her buddy box pattern. This is her buddy box pattern. These are put together with rivets, but these are very sturdy. Do you see how they don't flop down when you hold them? Plus, you can put little emblems on them. That's what I use for my clips. But if you hold them up, you can see the difference. This one's very sturdy, and you can take this with you. It's just not going to open up and be flat. This is meant to be flat when you travel, so it takes up absolutely no room. Just saying. It's genius. They're meant to be very simple. So the little butler trays, personal valet trays, the extra large Jordan pouch. Love it. Cosmetic bag. And then the tag along for your suitcases. 3 sizes. You guys, just genius. You get SVG files with all of it. You get pattern pieces for all of it. Some of her stuff you can't cut out by hand. For example, unless you're extremely skilled, this is very difficult to cut out by hand. So you do need a cutting machine for something like this emblem. But this new pattern that she has for all 3 of these, you don't really need a cutting machine. You can do them by hand. You can do them on the cutting machine because she gives you SVG files. That's it. They're stunning. I love them all. Hi, Allison. I'm just reading Anne's comments. There's a page to use rivets and to put, yeah. Her patterns give you a lot of options. So just be aware there are many options in her patterns. You will find what works best for you. I personally like the magnetic snaps, although now that I realize I have some fashion snaps that would work, I'm going to try those on my next set. I'm going to leave these for my travel set. This is going to be my travel set. My little butler and my tags. But I am going to make one of these to put next to my bedside table at home, so that when I want to take things off, I can put them in here and they don't go flying off on the floor. Just my own little thing. So I'm going to make one of these for me. I may make one of these too for something else. But I mean, look at these. There's to cut them by hand. There's not a ton to it. So that's the shape. So that's easily cut by hand. Okay. That's it. Go visit Simple Artful Stuff. And she has a ton of very simple patterns out there that are extremely reasonably priced. So that's all I have for today. You made them for all your bedrooms so that you have, if you have guests, then they have some. That's a good idea. That's an excellent idea. But all my family are getting, my niece, if I had this earlier, she left for Italy. I would have given her, and she was just they're backpacking, so she was just doing a carry-on. I would have made one of these for her, but she's already over there, backpacking around Italy. She and 3 of her friends, so there's 4 of them. They're having a great time. Thanks, everybody. You put magnet in the base of your buddy box to hold hardware. Oh, that's a good idea. Did you hear that, Anne? So in her buddy box, she put magnets in the bottom so that it holds hardware. Or you could put it in like this one. This is magnetized on the bottom to hold clips. That's a great idea. Patty, very good thinking. So I have these little buddy boxes everywhere. I have, let's see, I have 4 of them in here. They hold all my different kinds of clips. And there's a little sewing machine. There's not much to these, honestly, you guys. They're meant to be very simple, very quick sews, and that's exactly what they are. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Be sure to go visit my website if you are in need of the little buckles in 4 finishes. I have just a limited amount right now, but I am getting a ton more in the next couple weeks. So I have them in light gold, gunmetal, antique brass, and silver. And then the purse clasps, I don't know what I did with those, are also the 7.5 inch are back in stock for the mega wallets, mega accordion wallets. If you want to participate in our 4th Zoom sew along with Barbie, it's a beautiful thing. It's coming up July 20th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. We are currently voting on the bag pattern that we're going to do. I'm going to have a whorehound. And the poll is on my Facebook group. Once the pattern is decided and I get the listing ready, we will have registration available. It's limited to 45 people. It's just a good number to do a Zoom so long so everybody can participate, ask questions, etc. So that's July 20th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And I will post the link and get on a YouTube Live to talk about it once registration goes live. Okay. Thanks, guys. I appreciate all of you. Be sure to click the thumbs up right below the Jeannies Designs. That really makes a difference for me. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a good Friday and have a fabulous weekend. Talk to you soon.